Greetings to everyone. This is Roopa, Assistant Professor, Department of Nutrition and Dietetics, Standard Parex Rajaratnam College for Women. Today's topic we are going to discuss is the circulatory system. Of this blood vessels, blood and heart, we will be discussing majorly about the heart. So let's move on to the topic. So just about the blood vessels. So blood vessels are generally we have three types of blood vessels, the arteries, veins and the capillaries. So arteries are the ones that carry oxygenated blood from the heart to every organs in the body except the pulmonary artery, whereas the veins are the vessels that carry deoxygenated blood from the organs to the heart except the pulmonary vein. So looking into the capillaries, these are minute network that actually connects the arteries and veins, which are majorly involved in exchange of the substances and other nutrients and waste products in the body as a whole. So moving on into the heart, so as we all know, heart is a muscular organ that pumps blood throughout the body. It is about the size of your fist and it is located inside the thoracic cavity of your body, and it is covered by a protective layer called the pericardium. So this pericardium actually prevents the heart from external shocks and other such condiments. And so looking into the anatomy of the heart, so as we all know, the heart has four chambers: right atrium and left atrium, right ventricle and the left ventricle. So it also has four valves: the tricuspid valve, the mitral valve, the pulmonary valve and the aortic valve. So the major function of these valves is that they prevent the backflow of blood during the circulation of the blood in the heart. To know about this oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, so the oxygenated blood is what that has higher levels of oxygen in it, and the deoxygenated blood is what that has carbon dioxide in it. Heart helps in this purification process too. Circulation of the blood is that we get all the deoxygenated blood from the body, enters the heart via your superior and inferior vena cava into the right atrium. From this right atrium, the blood then enters the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. This deoxygenated blood then goes on into the lungs by the pulmonary artery through the pulmonary valve for purification. That is, it gets converted from deoxygenated blood to the oxygenated blood. So during this process, the gaseous exchange occurs in the lungs and the blood gets oxygenated, and it then returns to the heart via pulmonary vein to the left atrium. Again from left atrium, the oxygenated blood enters the left ventricle via mitral valve. From this, the blood then enters the circulation through the aorta, through the aortic valve. So this is the general circulation of the heart, and we have certain defects in this heart, that is the septal defects. These are generally congenital, that is it is present while you are born itself. So we have two main congenital defects, that is septal defects, which is ASD and VSD. ASD stands for arterial septal defect, whereas VSD stands for ventricular septal defects. The septal defects are nothing but that there occurs some complications in the separation of the heart, separation of the chambers. If the portion between the right ventricle and the left ventricle is not properly differentiated, there is a hole in the heart which then leads to improper or mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, which will cause so many complications in the body. So these are actually rectified through so many surgeries, like devices are placed in the heart to overcome such complications. Then moving on into the function of heart, heart has so many functions, and some of the primary ones are that it helps in pumping of the blood. So pumping of the blood, it actually pumps blood to throughout the body, like from the heart, it initiates a pressure, and this pressure actually helps in proceeding with the circulation of the blood throughout your body. So this is mainly rectified, this is mainly monitored by the ejection fraction, EF, we say EF, which is the ejection fraction that actually portrays the pressure that is present while the blood is pumped from left ventricle into the aorta. So normal EF is around 55 to 70%, and then the other function is that oxygenation of blood. As we all know, right, we have seen in the circulation of the heart receives the deoxygenated blood from the body, and it actually converts it into oxygenated blood by sending it to the lungs, and gaseous exchange occurs, and then it again sends the oxygenated blood through to every part of the body via the aorta. So oxygenation of blood is also done by the heart. It contributes to this mechanism. Next is the removal of waste products. As we have seen that capillaries helps in exchange of substances, these waste products as well as the nutrient products get exchanged between the arteries and the veins, and it is being sent to the corresponding and respective organs for its utilization. So the heart helps in removing the waste products as in carbon dioxide, lactic acid and other metabolic byproducts from the body. And then comes the regulation of blood pressure. So blood pressure is also being regulated by the heart. This has major contribution with the nodes, the conduction system of the heart, especially the synovial arterial node. This plays a major role in regulating the blood pressure of a body. Once these nodes are less efficient, the BP tends to drop, while as in effective functioning of the conduction of heart, the BP remains normal. Next is the regulation of electrolytes and fluid balance. So in this, the heart actually, the mechanism is that the heart actually regulates the blood flow to the kidney, thereby regulating the electrolyte and fluid balance in our heart, supporting the immune system. So coming to this point is that we have white blood cells that is present in our body, which we all know that acts as the protectors in our body, like it acts as a defense mechanism. So these white blood cells are usually present in our blood, and these WBCs are produced in the bone marrow and are present in the blood, and whenever some antigen attacks our body, they actually counter their attack and protects our body. So the blood and the heart plays a major role in doing so. And then comes the supporting hormone regulation. So as we all know, the hormones are actually released in the blood, and the blood is the one that helps in transporting this hormone to their target organ or place. So as this is being done by the blood and heart helps in pumping of this blood, heart actually supports this hormone regulation. Next is the maintaining overall health. As we all know, if any issues occurs in the heart, its circulation or its proper transmission of the blood to other organs, we automatically undergo certain deteriorating conditions as in cardiovascular diseases, and this actually affects the overall health of our body, leading to a poor quality of life. So I hope you have learned something about heart in this session. Let's see about other organs and functions in the next class. Thank you.